Welcome to the 2011 University of Miami Hurricanes Season in Review. And coming up, you're going to have an all-access pass to University of Miami football through the entire year of 2011. 2011 was the beginning of the golden era. University of Miami head coach Al Golden was hired in 2010. And as soon as it hit midnight of 2011, Coach Golden and his coaching staff went to work with their off-season conditioning program, the U-Tough program, and of course, the lifeblood of any program across the country, especially here at the University of Miami, recruiting and signing day.
Well, you know, for me, as we keep talking about it as a staff, I think it's really important. I keep going back to this as a staff. I keep saying, now look, our foundation is smart, tough, disciplined, and in better condition. Now you can pretty much look at those first three and figure out, you know, who is that? You know, I want a kid that's smart, and that doesn't mean they're a bookworm. That means they come in here to pursue a degree. Education's important to them, but also they understand the game. They understand what 2-minute offense is, or what 4-minute defense is, or what it means to play in the red zone or the fringe or be backed up, or all of those different components that make up, you know, this great game of football. We want a smarter team. We want an intelligent team. We want a team that has football intelligence. I don't think there's any question that that's measurable and that's tangible. We want a tougher team, competitively and physically tough team. I want to see kids who are relentless, that run to the ball, that play with a lot of energy and passion. And as I say to the coaches all the time, you know, we're sitting out here with many of these players trying to get them to run to the ball and be relentless and pursue the ball. It's a far easier job to recruit to your core values than it is to train to your core values. So when we go out into the recruiting areas, we're looking for kids that do that because it's important to us. It's part of the fabric of our program, and I think certainly we want kids that are more disciplined, and you know, kids that know how to give things up to achieve great things and achieve goals and make good decisions in the community and in the classroom and represent their families well and represent their high schools well, and then ultimately are going to have to represent University of Miami and all that we've grown to be. That's pretty important to us. So I think those are the three things that jump out, and really that's what we talk about in our foundation.
The 2011 regular season began on Labor Day night on the road against the Maryland Terrapins, and Coach Golden's theme was one of consistency.
I think the kids took took our lead on that. It was a hostile environment that night. We got behind early, and we made some mistakes. Certainly, we gave up 2 turnovers for touchdowns, which is hard to win in any environment, given, let alone given the circumstances that we faced that night. And yet we still had a chance to win the game. So, again, I look back now and I think the same thing. I mean, to sit there for 6 months and prepare like crazy, and to go through meetings in the off season and spring ball, and the kids give up so much of their time to study football and to learn the game and to make progress, and then all of a sudden, you know, 7-8 days before the first game, you have your whole lineup basically pulled out from under you, made it difficult. And so certainly we competed, we came back. We faced adversity, we never gave up. We just came up a little bit short at the end.
I was just happy to finally get there to the stadium. You know what I'm saying? See the stadium. Of course, it was raining. I wasn't really worried about my suit or anything. You know, I was too excited for the game. You know, I really didn't care about none of that. It could all got wet and soaked and all that. I really didn't care. I was excited that college football was back. Forget the wait, it's almost over with. You know, the game is here.
When we were actually on the field during warm-up and pregame, they had to let the students in early.
I did hear the yelling and whatnot, you know, the boos when you come out.
So the students were out there just yelling and talking heavy trash to basically everyone who was over there. It was just a hostile environment. It's really just us against everyone else, and we just got to take that mentality everywhere we go, especially to a hostile environment like Maryland.
All I saw was guys that were ready, guys that wanted to win, guys that were prepared.
We've been working all summer, all the lifting, the fifth quarters in the weight room, just all that stuff, you know what I'm saying? All the little, captain-led drills, U-Tough, all that stuff, just to get to the game.
Go, everybody up! Everybody up!
It's intense.
Our brand, you tough 6 seconds at a time, okay, men? And then stake your claim to this legacy right now. Let's go. Let's go.
The enthusiasm was through the roof. We were all hyped about it, hoping for the best.
It was different. I'm not gonna lie. There's much more energy going on, and before the kickoff, we were all swaying back and forth. I mean, that meant a lot. How we were together, and it was just that wall of togetherness, all the teammates.
Linking arms before the kickoff was something new for a lot of people on the team, and me, myself included. But it showed a lot of the things that Coach Golden was preaching about, toughness and unity, especially unity, coming together in a hostile environment like Maryland, and coming together and linking arms and before kickoff, swaying back and forth just to show the other team that we're ready and we're here and we're ready to have a big game.
The golden era is underway. At the 5 to the 10 to the 15 and drag down.
You're opening up against an ACC team in a very hostile environment, so it wasn't anything to ease into.
Down to the 4, down to the 3, and diving touchdown for Maryland.
Maryland was already up 7. Playing away is hard to, really get some momentum, so there was a lot of pressure for us to go ahead and get a 3 and out or get a change of events so we could just get some momentum going for ourselves.
7-0 Maryland looking to make it a 2-touchdown lead. Bootleg rolling right side, looking to the end zone, firing, end zone intercepted by Von Telemack. A big-time play by Von Telemack.
I was just happy I got the ball. I started looking around and I started running. Saw a couple of players high-five with them, jumping around. It's just, a lot of excitement.
For him to come up with that big interception and, boosted the team's morale huge, and just a big momentum change, and, the stadium silenced after that.
What was equally as big as Vaughn's interception was, the way we responded as a team after that. We kind of fought back and quieted the crowd and stabilized the game.
Firing down the middle's got him in, Hearns at the 15 to the 10. James in the backfield. James on the ground, right side, Orange in the end zone. And the Hurricanes are right back into this one. 3rd and 7, big play here. O'Brien looks left, he throws the ball, it's tipped in the air, and caught by Maryland. It went to Maryland, it went to Miami, now it's incomplete.
Instead of 7 points, they're walking away with 3. So that was big. That kept us in the game.
Kick headed for the uprights, and it's good.
Every single time Maryland scored, we had a feeling that we had to score right now. And that's kind of the mindset that we took offensively.
You're kind of in your own world, and you're trying to get questions answered and move on to the next play and the next play and so forth and so on. And all of a sudden you look up and you watch all these sets of eyes on you, and you realize that these guys, man, they're into it. They want to perform. They want to play. They don't want to let their teammates down.
Right side has a block in the hole, and here we go. Miller to the 20, Miller to the 10, Lamar Miller for a Hurricane touchdown.
That play, we blocked it perfect, and it felt so good to see him go untouched, 41 yards for a touchdown.
Maryland is throwing the kitchen sink at Miami, and Miami has the lead with 4:04 to go in the first half.
It was a huge play because, we had almost gone down 14-0. And then be able to respond like that and have a chance to be able to go up at halftime.
As a coach, one of the biggest things that you want to make sure your team does is always, take a punch and counter and compete. What looked very bleak, 15 minutes into the game, all of a sudden, once we got the game stabilized, halfway through the second quarter was then 14-13.
After we got the lead, we put everything else behind us. We put the weather, that was pretty bad the whole game. The noise crowd was pretty ridiculous the whole game.
Right before the half, we didn't have good ball security. They got a bounce, and next thing you know, they're scoring.
And Volano is into the end zone for a Maryland touchdown. What a terrible break.
That was unfortunate, but again, I didn't see a lot of pouting. I didn't see a lot of guys with their head down, and we came out second half and opened with a drive and scored.
Down to the 2, he dives to the end zone, he is in for a touchdown.
We took a lot of punches in that game and countered, and of course we had an 8 or 9 minute drive, 16-play drive to kick the go-ahead field goal.
And now it's going to be up to Whiteclaw to try to give Miami a 1-point lead. And it is good! Jake Whiteclaw, a 30-yard field goal, 4:01 to go, Miami 24, Maryland 23.
We overcame a lot of situations in that game, being down, being in a hostile environment, never giving up.
We just took the lead, and now all we have to do is stop them.
Kevin Dorsey puts Maryland in position to go in front.
But even then, they got down there again, and our defense held.
Kick on the way. It is good. And Maryland has the lead with 1:39 to go in the game.
I just didn't think we were going to lose. I thought we were just going to counter again. That's the way I always am. They make a play, then we got to make a play, and they went up ahead, but we had enough time to certainly come back and kick a field goal.
As an offensive unit, when we looked over to the sidelines, we saw everybody cheering us on, and we wanted to never let them down.
That goes to show that we are together, and we still had a chance to win the game, and we still believe.
I'm glad we had that unity and that there's a bond there and that we thought we were going to win. We just got to execute a little bit better.
51 seconds to go. 26-24, Maryland by 2.
It was getting down to a point where we knew we had to convert.
Morris calls for the ball, looking to throw. Looking right, fires right, intercepted down the sidelines by Maryland. They're going to win the ball game. Breaking a tackle at the 20.
Once I threw the ball, I saw the DB break for it. It was kind of like the ball just stopped and time just froze.
We really don't look at it like fans look at it. Nobody knows that the route wasn't run correctly. Everybody just says Stephen Morris threw an interception. Just like when Stephen fumbled the ball in the first half in the red zone, nobody really talks about the running back who missed the block.
Coach Golden, from the moment he took the job, has been addressing turnovers and penalties, and it's frustrating that in the first game they came up and bit us again.
Heartbreaking. We put a lot in that. We put a lot into that game. It had nothing to do with effort, nothing to do with our fight. Our conditioning, our passion. We were pumped up for that game. We played hard that. We fought hard that game. But at the end of the day, you can't make mistakes, and it's on everyone.
It was very disappointing. It was probably one of the hardest losses I ever had in my whole career.
I was so upset after the game. It's because last year I thought it was my last year, but obviously it wasn't, and I was blessed to get another year. Last year I felt what a loss feels like, but this year I felt that we worked so much harder to be where we're at today, and that loss, it hurt me a lot.
They're usually not going to be that emotional about losing unless they put a lot into attempting to win. He put a lot into it.
Big being a Miami native, just bleeding orange and green. Of course, he has it permanently tattooed on his body, on his arm. You can't do anything but help to see, the school do well.
We had enough here to win tonight. We didn't get it done. Starting with me. And we need a lot of guys to be the same guy, because people are going to want to splinter you, and all you have is each other. That's it. I told you before the game. If you didn't know then, that's what you got now. All you got is each other.
All we have is us, and that's the mentality we've took, since day one. And so I think, our togetherness is just going to remain the same because, we're already a close-knit group as it is and a close-knit team. So I think togetherness now is just, kind of just pulling each other along and just fighting the battle and just stepping on and moving on to the next game.
Yeah, we lost. We lost, but I feel like progress can still be made. That one single loss doesn't tell the true story of what we've been doing here. We made a lot of progress in a lot of areas, unity being one of them.
Putting on the shirt and tie at the end, it just shows the class that Coach Golden has.
Leave as we came, carry that brand, that Coach Golden told us to bring.
It says no matter what, we're a team. Win, lose, we're a team. We believe in the process that Coach Golden's brought here, and we're going to continue to do the process and get it right.
One thing I hear Coach Golden saying a lot is you got to be the same guy every day. No matter what's going on, you got to be the same guy you were yesterday as today. Business when we're coming in, it's business when we leave, win or lose. I think by doing that, it'll help our unity and us staying together in the long run.
The home opener for the 2011 regular season was against the Buckeyes of Ohio State. In that game, Ja'Cory Harris returned as the starting quarterback. Al Golden preached to his team to trust the plan, and prior to the game, the University of Miami started a new tradition.
Having that bye week before that game, we kind of went back to training camp mode and just, you know, just tried to get better, you know, and stay focused, and we were able to do that. And then we, of course, we came out with a lot of passion, a lot of energy, and I thought we were in excellent condition for that game, and thought we played really well. You know, we had some turnovers, but we overcame that, and you know, it did embody a lot of what we're looking for in Hurricane football for sure.
I just remember being on the field for those first couple of games and feeling like, wow, this is great. This is what I wanted. I'm glad I'm here. You know what I mean? I'm glad I'm a part of this. And that's how I felt that night. And the guys came through big, and it was an emotional night. It was Coach's first win, and you know, the guys stepped up in the red zone on defense, you know, 2 times where we got 2 stops and forced field goals, and then obviously the offense hammered them down the stretch with that 8-minute drive, which was really nice when the defense doesn't have to go back out there again.
You trust the plan? Yes, sir. Trust the plan? Yes, sir. Okay, trust it.
After one of the practices last week, Tuesday, before Ohio State, Coach brung us all up together.
Last thing is this, where's Ja'Cory? I got your back. I got your back. Who else got his back?
Coach Golden made it very clear all week long that we were riding Ja'Cory, we were backing Ja'Cory, we were proud to have Ja'Cory back at quarterback for us, and we're going to do everything we could to help him succeed and win this football game.
I just wanted to make sure that he knew that he wasn't going to get yanked in this game.
I'm glad that he has that amount of confidence in me, because since I've been here, I don't think a coach has ever done anything like that. Being that I was doing well or not, it was still something that made me like really want to play for this guy.
We're here for him, not just as coaches, but his teammates, and to trust his teammates. What we've all learned is that one man can't do it.
Hey, I love all y'all boys, man. Y'all just keep on supporting everybody on the team. Let's take care of business on Saturday, man. We got family on 3. 1, 2, 3. Family.
To me, it feels weird to be singled out, and I'm glad Coach did it. I said, let's support everybody. Let everybody go out there and we have everybody back, so that it's not just one person getting the glory. Let everybody get the glory.
I think he was just trying, you know, being the guy he is, a caring person, you know, being a team player, saying he's not in alone. You know, he has a group of guys who has his back.
Ja'Cory, I think it has a lot to do with his career here. Of course, that starts with expectations.
Ja'Cory, he faced a lot of expectation when he first got here to Miami. You know, he was the Florida Player of the Year. He set all kind of records down here in Dade County. It was a lot of pressure on him early as a freshman. With football, you know, you're going to have your ups and downs. You know, everybody goes through it, you know. And by Ja'Cory being the guy he is, I know he's going to prevail. The team meeting the night before the game, Coach Golden, you know, he showed us a boxing match. It was a street fight. You know, both of them came out throwing blows. You know, they weren't saving anything, and they started fast.
I want to make sure you get it in your head right now what we're looking for. Everybody got an idea what Start Fast is? Yes, sir. That's what Start Fast is.
I told him this is a proud organization you're playing. You know, they're 6-time Big Ten champions, and that you're going to have to put them away.
We're going to run the ball for the last 8 minutes of the game. You guys understand?
I wanted to win the game with the ball and just absolutely driving it at the end of the game and moving the ball and finishing the game on offense.
You start fast, you come out swinging, but no, it ain't going to be enough. It ain't going to be enough if we don't play at that tempo with the unity that we developed, with the passion that we developed, with the toughness and with the conditioning you have all 4 quarters, and then you have to go for the probe at the end. And you'll be victorious by midnight tomorrow night. You guys got it? Yes, sir. All right.
have seen anything like that hurricane walk. I guess rabid would be the word. How passionate that fan base was when we pulled up in the buses, and you could just tell it was like it's on.
Hurricane walk is something that's new here at University of Miami. They actually got us hyping more, ready for the game, because usually we just get out the bus and walk in. Getting out the bus, the excitement started right there, and it made us go out there with a fire in our eyes. Sean, when he came to me in the locker room, he was like, "Man, you nervous?" I was like, "I'm nervous a little bit. I'm ready to hit like this our first game back."
I just wanted to, just mess with him a little bit. I knew it was our first game being back. It was a home game, a very big game.
Sean Spencer's leadership is real big on this team because everybody knows he's one of the smartest guys on the defense, if not the smartest. He's going to put everybody in the right position, and he does it on and off the field. So he's the guy that makes all the right decisions no matter what it is, and that's why people follow him.
When Coach Barrow came to me pregame, he knows me like a book. I've been his linebacker for 4 years, and he just came to me and was talking to me and telling me, just let the game come to you.
Once you made that first big hit,
I look at him as not a friend, but a father figure. He's there for me whenever I need him, on and off the field. Guys think it's just me out there making plays, but people don't get to see what goes on behind the scenes. Coach D'Onofrio, he does a great job.
Sean definitely helps the whole defense. I mean, he helps me. He's my mind out there. When Sean is in the mix, he allows me, I think, to call the whole package or to say, hey, you know what, we'll be able to get this done because Sean understands it and he'll be able to convey it to the guys.
Jacory and I have developed a relationship, starting in high school.
That's the only thing that we do. We go find somewhere away from everybody just to get us ready for the game. That's what we always do. They've been doing it since high school.
I told him that I put everything out on the line for him, because, I have a lot of faith in him and trust in him, and I just want him to know that I'm in his corner, know that he's not alone. This first game back, I want him to be comfortable and be able to trust in me as well as the other guys.
Hey, let's go. We're up. Hey, I know we're ready. We've been waiting for this moment, okay? Start fast. Start fast. Look at the boxing gloves. Come out swinging. Come out swinging. Everybody, do your job. Come out swinging. Number 2, think of the oxygen mask. To do that, you got to play at a ridiculous tempo. Ridiculous tempo. Make your conditioning your greatest advantage. Play fast, sideline to sideline, and then when you get them in the fourth quarter, you put a stake in.
Meeting between the Buckeyes and the Hurricanes. Fans are on their feet. White Claw puts his hand down, approaches the football, and away we go.
Special teams came down there, just absolutely punished the kickoff return team.
15 and hammered at the 17-yard line.
Opening kickoff thing, special teams made a huge impact. Really set the tempo, and I think that's what Coach Golden wanted. With the boxing gloves coming out swinging.
Jacory Harris, his first series.
I usually don't ever get nervous, but it's just, I was so excited being back on the field. When we burst the first play.
First hand off across the 40. Lamar Miller to midfield, and here we go! Miller to the 30, Miller in a foot race to the 20, 15, 10, and Miller brought down at the 8-yard line. He gallops 55 yards.
I was thrilled with the way we started the game. Obviously, if we could start a game like that every time, we're in great shape. Our guys executed what we wanted to get done, and it was really fun to watch our guys start off the way we wanted to, start fast.
Harris again to throw.
Touchdown.
Looking right side, end zone, touchdown, Allen Hurns.
Yeah! Yeah!
With Jacory, it was a matter of getting him started, and we wanted him to get started. Obviously, you couldn't get a better way to start than throw 2 touchdown passes.
On second down, fade, end zone. Got it. Allen Hurns got a touchdown. The second of the night for Jacory Harris.
After throwing the second touchdown pass, it is 14-0, and it's what we wanted.
Great job, man. Great job, man.
Hurricanes 14, Buckeyes nothing. First down, play fake. And again, Harris with a deep drop. Has a man open, doesn't see him. Now throws, and it's going to be intercepted.
It was a surprise, really. I didn't expect that to happen.
Tuck it and go, right?
Second down, Harris on a deep drop is going to throw. Throws underneath, intercepted at the 40-yard line.
Jacory Harris was going to take every rep at quarterback. So he needed to know that I trusted him 100%, as did Coach Golden. We don't just love him when he throws 2 touchdowns. You know, we love him when he makes the interception throw that guys make.
The defense supported me the whole way. They the ones came off the field and like, don't worry, Jacory.
Our conditioning took over the game because, like, all night we wanted to be on the field. We wanted them to put the ball, give him the ball, and put it on us.
Polished off by Sean Spence. What a difference he's made coming back. He's been in on a great play.
If they didn't feel confident, I don't think they would have probably made that statement. You know, I think they felt confident. They felt confident with how we were playing. They felt confident in the area of field that we're in, that we've been doing a good job in the red zone area.
It's good. The Buckeyes get 3 more points.
For the first time, I thought the defense saw the game through Coach D'Onofrio's eyes. The things that he called and the adjustments that he made to stop what they were doing were executed.
Right side stood up by Gaines.
Mark was always a smart player, very intelligent player, and I think clearly when he made adjustments with the leadership of Sean and JoJo and those and Vaughn, I think we really got it across the board and went out there and executed it.
They hit him, they bring him down. It's Chickalo. Anthony Chickalo brings him down.
Actions do speak louder than words, and the defense went out there every drive, and they just displayed that they did have the offense back. They had this team back, and they wanted to go out there and perform well, and make sure they get us the ball back and not let them score. That's pretty much what they did the whole game.
We're a great conditioned team. Obviously, we stopped them. We flipped the switch, so I think our conditioning had kicked in.
Sean's really a security blanket right now for us, and you know, he definitely helps the guys on the field. He's able to not only communicate, but he knows which guys to communicate to. He knows who it affects. You know, so there's another level of his football intelligence.
I try to be a leader on the sidelines by just telling them guys, you know, to stay in the game. You know, we were dominating the whole game, and it's easy for guys to get lax. You know, I was going up and down the sideline telling them, you know, we can't relax. You know, this is a 60-minute game. All it took is 1 touchdown for them to get back in it.
Especially when we into a big game, he bringing the defense together, bringing us as one.
First down, play action, as you called it. Miller steps up, he's going to run. 45 of Miami to the 40. And he has hit the ball's loose, and Miami has it.
Towards the end of the game, we needed something to happen quick. And Marcus, you know, he never gave up on a play. What Coach Golden like to say, he took his training to the game.
Trusting your training means that if you're rushing the passer and the ball's thrown, that you turn around and run. You don't turn around to see whether the ball was caught or not.
Marcus Robinson knocked it free.
The play Marcus made is something that we work on every day. We do it in our warm-up section of practice, which is actually before stretch.
We just practice it so much in practice and always talk about ball security. And I know he had good security of the ball.
We just happen to work that particular drill all 6 practices leading up to the game, and obviously it was the biggest play of the game in my mind.
Part of being a really good defensive team, and Mark understands this better than anybody, is tilting the odds in your favor. And all you have to do is stop the video on that play. And there were so many Miami Hurricanes around the football that we clearly, at that moment, tilted the odds in favor that we were going to recover that football.
We did exactly what we planned to do, and that was, you know, wear them down and win the game in fourth quarter and be the better conditioned team.
9:21 to go. Miami has the ball.
I wanted to start the drive with a pass because we started the last few drives with a run. So I thought we'd get a coverage that we wanted, and we did get a coverage we wanted. We just didn't throw it to the right guy.
Fires across the middle and almost intercepted for a touchdown.
They'll probably got a touchdown if he didn't intercept that ball.
Obviously, you know, we lucked out right there. I think that they made a good play on the ball, and it would have been a turning point in the game. So it could have been a 17-13 game.
He still looked at me like, keep fighting, I got your back, don't worry about it. just take control of this team and just lead us to victory.
If you trust him enough to make him your starting quarterback, you got to trust him, with the plays that you're calling, and trust him with the execution to do that in the game.
Harris looking at a nickel defense. They rush 3, drop 8, throws, caught Hurts, 45, first down, midfield to the Ohio State 48-yard line.
There was nothing that told anyone on our sideline that we couldn't complete the pass because we threw 2 interceptions in the first half.
Ja'Cory Harris needed a big completion, and he got one to Allen Hurns.
It means a lot to me when he can call a play in those situations and expect me to get him, because, that's what they expect from his quarterback.
He made a big-time throw there, and I told him, I think I was yelling at the field, and he said, big-time throw right there.
I got to the huddle on the 3rd and 1. 3rd and 1, with the game on the line.
I told Ja'Cory before the game, now if I call this play, you got to make me right.
Harris, play fake.
Well, now I got to run and get this first down.
And that's exactly what happened.
To the far sideline, he got the first down and steps out of bounds. Good decision by Ja'Cory Harris. He got the first down. They're going to mark him out at the Ohio State 31-yard line.
We did a great job pounding the ball, play in and play out.
He throws for Streeter. It's caught at the 20. Inside the 20, down to the 18-yard line. That was a hold-your-breath moment.
I already knew Ja'Cory was going back shoulder, and he threw a back shoulder. He was able to get it over the defender's head, and I was able to make a play on the ball.
The last 3rd down that we needed, and Streeter came up big time with a huge catch.
Ja'Cory trusted his guys, and I think what we did is we trusted Ja'Cory, and Ja'Cory trusted the guys around him.
3rd and goal from the 2, a minute 44 to play in the football game. Miami has not beat a ranked opponent since Oklahoma in 2009. Gives it away to James, driving left to the goal line and did not get in.
If there were some people in the stands that wanted me to kick a field goal, I thought kicking a field goal was the only way we could lose the game.
No, I thought it was the decision to make. We talked about we're going to stick the stake in them. We talked about we're going to finish strong. The type of football we played is the brand that Coach Golden has brought to University of Miami. And we were 4th and 1 on the 1. Why not do it?
Turns, gives it away. James at the goal line. Touchdown, Miami!
Coach called it out, saying that you're going to have an 8-minute drive to end the game. For us to go out there and have an 8-minute and 48-second drive, that was beyond ridiculous.
I knew the game was getting close to being over, so I looked up and they were counting down, and so I went over and grabbed Mark.
Coach Golden and I first met actually on a recruiting trip to Boston College. We came out of high school the same year, and we both met, on a recruiting trip to Boston College, and then obviously became closer when we both signed at Penn State. We were eventually roommates for the next 4 years.
I remember it vividly. He said that's why we came to the University of Miami.
That was a culmination of, battling through everything that had been going on, and, and feeling the benefits of winning a game like that and winning it the way we wanted. It was our first game, it was our first game here in the home stadium. It was a, primetime game. It was against a great opponent. And in the fashion we won, really, Al laid out a plan and told the team what he wanted to get done, the 3 things, and it came through.
It's awesome that you get to coach with one of your best friends. I mean, that's like as great of a situation. And to be able to share a victory with one of your closest friends has got to be an unbelievable feeling. They go back 20 years or 20-something years, and they've been through all the trials and tribulations, and they've worked awfully hard to be together and establish a program.
The whole experience was incredible. It really was. From the time we got off the buses, just incredible opportunity and environment at the University of Miami.
And the clock is going to run out, and the University of Miami has defeated Ohio State.
Coach Golden, he's a great guy. Obviously been through a lot by his first year, and I just wanted to give him his first W, and we did it.
Al Golden has his first win as the head coach of the University of Miami.
I felt very happy for Coach Golden after the game because this was his first win as a head coach at the University of Miami. We've been fighting for him, and because we see that he's been fighting for us, he's been doing the things that we, didn't expect him to do, but he's been doing them, so we're going to fight for him.
The last month has been difficult for everybody associated with University of Miami. This was really something that we wanted to capture. This game was something that we wanted to win for the university community, and that the university deserved this. I mean, it was like a release.
It's been a tough month for everybody, all right? And you just took it out on the Buckeyes. Listen to what I'm saying now, all right? We had a new leader in the department, new leader on campus. This guy faced it every day. Sean Eichhorst, your first win as
I didn't know who the game ball was going to, but after I seen that it was to Mr. Eichhorst, I wasn't surprised at all.
Mr. Eichhorst had our back through this whole process. You know, obviously he was facing a lot of scrutiny and going through a lot of things up there in the front office, and he stayed behind us 100%. He supported us at all times, and he always had the door open for us if we needed him.
He fought with us, and he had our backs, just like we had his, and he took care of us.
He's been a beacon for us here over the last 4 weeks, and a true leader, and somebody that has been undaunted by this challenge, and I just thought it was only fitting that he'd get a game ball.
In the face of adversity, as Coach and I have been talking about, you did not let it define you. You showed up, and you showed the world how tough you are. I'm going to exchange 1-2 here with Coach. This guy right here is a born leader. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You follow his game plan. Good stuff. Boys, you listen to what these guys are teaching you, and you're going to go a long ways. Go a long ways in life. Coach, congratulations.
He truly deserves it. He's a coach that everyone loves, and everyone, goes in and day out and put it all on the line for him, because he does it in return for us. We love him, and the Canes family and Canes Nation love him, and we just hope that that's the first of many more.
You can have a lot more success and with the help of others than you can independently, and I think our guys are starting to understand that now. And if anything, that adversity provides that stage, provides that opportunity to trust your partnerships and to trust your team approach. And I think our guys right now have gleaned a lot from it.
ACC play began on the road against Virginia Tech. This is where the Hurricanes took a big step in believing in each other.
Crisis provides opportunity for leadership. That's not arguable, but certainly whether or not our leaders choose to do that every day is got to be the standard. So clearly I would prefer not to be down 21-7 to get that type of leadership. I prefer to have it on December 12th. I prefer to have it on January 17th when we return. I prefer to have it all through the off-season program and spring ball, because that's how you develop consistency. That's how you develop to be a really strong team. But certainly in that instance, we'll take it, and we got it from players that we needed to get it from, and certainly from players that we hadn't gotten it from. And so we know they have that potential now, and it's our job as coaches and staff members to draw it out of them. And it'd be a shame if we weren't able to do that moving forward.
Miami will go to the locker room down by 14, and Virginia Tech will get the ball to start the third quarter.
Let's go! Push them in!
I didn't really say too much at halftime, and I just told them really, you're down 21-7 in Blacksburg. That's pretty hostile territory right now.
This is about life and who you are as individuals and who we are as a team right here. Let's go out there one play at a time and just chop away. So just go one play at a time. Just promise me you're going to go one play at a time. One play at a time. Let's go. Break it down, baby. Break it down. Let's go. Hey, man, I got one word for y'all, man.
It's really not about the game anymore. It's about life and how you're going to respond. And then I kind of stepped back hoping that someone would take the lead.
Halftime in the locker room, I just, Coach Golden spoke. All the guys was gathered up to go back and take the field. I just simply said one word. I said, don't come out here if you don't believe. If you don't believe in yourself, you don't believe in the team, we come out here with this victory, with this W. Don't come out here, don't take the field no more.
If you don't believe, don't go back out there, man. Believe on 3. 1, 2, 3. Believe. Rush out, run.
I mean, that was it. I was like, okay, we are going to be fine, because the kids have never heard that from Brandon. And I said, man, we are going to give these guys hell in the second half. I probably had every reason in the book not to be confident, but I had a real inner confidence after hearing Brandon bring the team together and say, and challenge them to believe in each other and to keep fighting. It was great.
Coach Golden been pressuring me about stepping up my leadership and being a leader. I just felt like I had to get that out of my system because I wanted a W.
I've been here 10 months and we haven't got him to speak in front of the team one time. And then he steps up in the midst of what was basically a turkey shoot going on outside and said, give me the flag. I'm going to carry it.
I got emotional that we was down 21-7. Things weren't clicking.
Leadership cannot occur, and I'm convinced of it, without crisis. It meant a lot. It meant a lot to our team, I promise you that.
We took that to heart, and the offense, we started clicking, and we tried to put points on the scoreboard so we could get back in the game.
3rd and 4. Harris from the shotgun, looking left, throwing. Sideline caught by Benjamin, down the sideline. He's got one man to beat at the 20, 15, 10, 5. Travis Benjamin will go all the way for a Miami touchdown.
We got the exact look we wanted. The corner jumped the out route to Allen, and then the safety tried to make a break on the ball that we threw to, Travis, and we wound up being able to hit the big play on it.
That all falls back on the preparation with Coach Fish. He told us that this team is a big gambling team. They like to jump routes, and so that's just proper preparation.
Once we was down by 14, I figured they thought they had the game sealed.
Any team, they consider that they get pretty comfortable, and feel like, they have us out of there. But, we believe, we was just sticking to the process.
Yeah, we'll keep going with it. We just got done. We just hit a 77-yard touchdown pass. It was 21-14. They got the ball back. They went down and they kicked the field goal to make it 24-14.
Miami's got a 1st and goal at the 4. Streeter goes wide left.
We went down and scored a touchdown to make it 24-21.
Harris waits for the snap. Fade route, far corner. Tommy Streeter, he has got it for a touchdown! Harris, the Tommy Streeter. Jacory strikes for the 3rd time today. And Miami is in this ball game.
Jed's been doing a great job with Jacory, and Jacory's doing an excellent job trusting. I think he's confident in himself, and I think more importantly, he's trusting his teammates.
It's Virginia Tech 24, Miami 21.
We scored, closed down that lead, 24-21. Then they hit us with, another quick touchdown.
He's throwing the ball deep down the field. Has Boykin out there. Got him at the 20, at the 15. Touchdown, Virginia Tech.
We on the sideline, we're like, we get to go back in and do it again. It was just like, yeah, it's a challenge. I don't think I was excited that they scored, but I was excited that I can get back on the field and then score again, score again.
We knew as an offense that we had to execute, and we were having fun at the time. So just going out the field and being able to complete passes and running was just fun to us. So we wanted to go back on the field.
We just came together, making big plays. The coaches, all they could do is just call the plays, and we got to execute.
Nothing there. Cuts back at the 5-yard line. Gets a block. Looks for another one. He's across the 20. Breaks a tackle at the 30. He's at the 35. He's at the 45-yard line. He's finally dragged down at the 47-yard line.
I think that the biggest thing is we found ways to move the football, and no matter the score, no matter the situation, we felt as if we were going to score every time we touched it.
There was no discouragement or nothing. I couldn't see that. I didn't see guys moping or anything. Everybody was just, let's go, what I'm saying? Really believing in what, we were trying to do, and that was just run the ball.
I wasn't discouraged at all because I knew we was going to go out and execute and just play Hurricane football.
On 1st down, handoff, up the middle to the 40-yard line, to the 35, Miller to the 30. Breaks another tackle down to the 25 and still going, moving the pile.
I knew what he was capable of, Lamar, but I didn't know he was going to explode like that in the second half.
Lamar averaged 9 yards a carry. Michael averaged 6.5 yards a carry.
1st down handoff for James on the cutback. He's got room at the 20. He's down to the 15-yard line, lacerating the defense.
That made my job easy. Like, I know what type of backs we got in the backfield, that I can't miss my block.
The most rewarding part about it is, seeing your back, 10, 20 yards in front of you, that just keeps you energized. You just want to keep on doing it. It was fun.
So we got to a point where we ran it, and as I was watching the outside during each run, every time it became less and less people out there.
We get down there to the goal line, in red zone. Coach calls the trick play with Dorsett.
When he called the play, I read it in the huddle, and I said, hold on. I think it's wrong. And I looked to the sideline, I said, Coach, "You sure this?" I said, "You sure?" And I signaled the number back to him. He signaled it back to me, and I was like, I said, "Guys, yeah, he's sure about this play." I said, "Let's run it. Let's get it in."
Yeah, I didn't even think anything of it. We practiced it for the last month. We've had it in every week for every game. And why not call it?
2nd and 1. Quick screen pass. It's going to be a throw by Dorsett to the end zone for Miller. He dives. He's got it. Touchdown, Miami.
I was calling Dorsett for the ball. I was telling Dorsett throw it to me because I felt like I was open. When I seen Lamar, he threw the ball, I was like, yeah, this is a touchdown. Lamar made a great adjustment.
Dorsett to Lamar Miller for a touchdown, and they just hoodwinked Virginia Tech.
I knew he trusted Dorsett to throw that pass because in practice we do it all the time.
I didn't mind that Phillip was a freshman. I didn't think anything of it. He has a good arm. He throws the ball well, and we hit a big play.
They just relaxed finally. They just relaxed and played, and they enjoyed the battle. I keep talking to them about enjoying the battle, and just to watch the O-line, and it's not all perfect. You go back and watch the tape, it's not all perfect, but they were flying around and playing with energy.
On 1st down, it's a run for Miller. He's got a hole across the 35. He gets a block at the 30. 25, Miller to the 20, and right down at the 18.
It was a 3-point game. It was 31-28. We were losing.
We had 1st and goal at the 6, but we got a couple penalties that pushed us back.
Holding number 5 of the offense is accepted. 10-yard penalty.
Another penalty. 15 yards.
Could be a personal foul against Miami.
It's a 15-yard penalty.
It's a 15-yard penalty. And now you've got a 2nd and goal. They're self-destructing. They had the ball at the 6-yard line.
Nobody wanted to watch the scoreboard, but I looked up and I saw the scoreboard said 2nd and 30 on a goal. 2nd and 30 goal to go. And I was like, what, Horn? It's 2nd and 30?
If I ever felt like it was a time in that game where we needed to panic, it was when it was 2nd and 30. We're 3 points down, trying to close the lead in the game.
I think that one-word statement, believe, just held everybody poised, and the leadership on the field at the time just held everybody poised. I just execute the play call.
The crowd was charged up. There was a penalty, could be discouraging, but in the end, it was that focusing on this play mentality.
And it was just like, man, let's go, let's go, man. And that was it. Nothing else.
Here's a handoff for Lamar Miller, right side. He breaks right to 20, 15, 10, 5, Lamar Miller, touchdown! Touchdown, Miami! Lamar Miller, 30 yards for the go-ahead score.
Lamar Miller runs it in for a touchdown.
I didn't hear the crowd. That's what I didn't hear. I knew we had hushed the crowd. It just felt good. I feel like I could have played 30 more minutes of that game.
They actually played for each other. They were playing for something outside of themselves. And man, we have not had that here since I've been here.
I say if we hadn't gone through a lot of things that we have gone through this year, then maybe it probably would have been easy for a lot of guys to get discouraged and quit at that point in time. But I think this team has been battle tested with a lot of things.
Virginia Tech needs a touchdown to win it. 35-31, 2:46 to go.
We knew we had left, a few minutes on the clock for Virginia Tech's offense to do something.
Breaks a tackle to 25 down to the 23.
You hear the fans and crowd roaring, you're going to look on the field, look at the scoreboard to see what's going on, like this can't be happening.
You look up and it's 4th and 1 on our red zone, you just don't know what to expect.
4th and 1, you may never get that situation to end the game right there again. That's a chance to end the game.
He's going to keep it in the redraw up the middle, and he's going to score for a touchdown.
It's a touchdown. It's like, wow, you don't expect that.
All over in Blacksburg, Virginia. Hokies 38, Miami 35.
It was heartbreak, heartbreak.
Initially, I was trying to gain my composure before I spoke to them. As more players came into the locker room, I could see just how heartbroken they were.
I don't care how masculine or however you feel, you get choked up. Failure's not an easy thing to handle, especially when you work so hard.
It was just disbelief. A lot of us didn't believe that we were going to lose that game.
You can tell when a team really invests in a game, physically and mentally and emotionally, and so I clearly knew at that point that they they really invested in it and really believed and wanted it badly.
All right, the first thing I want to tell you is how proud I am of you, okay? There are no moral victories. You guys know that. There are no moral victories, okay? There are no moral victories. But listen to what I'm telling you, okay? You're down 21-7 in the toughest environment you'll face. Maybe some of you, the toughest environment you'll face in your life, okay? And you hung together. We had leadership. We fought back, all right? And we really should have won the game. I think you guys know that, okay? So the first thing I want to tell you is I'm really proud of you guys for staying together, because that is not just the fact that we stayed together here on October 8th, right? We built that over the last 10 months, okay?
I'm hoping we can carry that forward, because it just took one guy with ability, talent, status, and the requisite skills to step up at that one poignant moment and lay it on the line. And he just basically said, hey, it's okay, guys. We're going to stay together, and we're just going to do our thing.
Hey, Canes on three, Canes on three. 1, 2, 3. Canes.
After a draining emotional game against Virginia Tech, the Hurricanes stayed on the road against the Tar Heels of North Carolina. And by getting off to a quick start, the Hurricanes proved that they were invested in the season.
That was a fun start. We made a point, start fast, all week long. We need to go into North Carolina, go into Chapel Hill and start fast. And our guys did that. And they made some big time plays there, and it was obviously fun to watch. We need to continue to have consistency though. I'm looking forward to the next season where we have a great first half and then follow it up with a great second half.
It's really safe and it's really common to go up the next week and just lose. You know, not invest in the game and just go up there and just do what everybody thinks you're going to do, and everybody picks you to lose against North Carolina up there 5-1 and all that. And I said, but it's really uncommon to go up there and reinvest in the game and actually to have more energy than the other team in their home field and to come out smoking and play for each other. And so I was really proud that the kids opted for that choice, and certainly their work and their preparation during the week indicated that that's the direction we were going, and they did not disappoint when we came out fast in that game.
Walking through the tunnel, you're just really just trying to get your head just focused onto the game, just not worrying about what people are talking about.
If you don't have a real strong team internally and a team that's motivated internally, you can get off track pretty quickly.
You just don't want to start 2-4, and you get tired of the losses. Somebody got to fight. I think the leader stepped up and helped the younger guys understand the situation too.
Just to get back in the ACC hunt, to win this game, this was a very important game for us. It was a great team. There was 5-1.
I like to see what the field looks like, the type of condition it's in, whether there's a crown or not. Is there a strong wind in a certain area? What the setup's going to be on the sideline. That's always important, because some places it's really tight. I just try to really survey the whole field and just get a couple minutes where I can be by myself.
Just watching Coach Golden make you want to even focus more. When I look at him, he always keyed in. He always has a serious look on, and we know it's time for battle. Just watching him.
Every week the kids have offensive goals, defensive goals, and special teams goals, but there's always one thing that brings us together, and that's the cause.
It's got to come together today. Today is the day.
It was a 12:30 game. You get up early. It's all about your mindset. Like, do I want to do this or not? And that's what we were harping on all week, so we had to come out and start fast.
It's mental, because we can execute all the plays. It's just that now, mentally, are you prepared to out-execute the other team, do everything perfect, make sure everything is right. That's how you start fast.
It's one unifying theme or one unifying idea that we can all rally around, and that's really pivotal to the success of of our team on game day.
Start fast. Let's start fast.
North Carolina is not allowed a first quarter touchdown this year. They snap it to Benjamin running left. He's down to the 11-yard line. Very close to the first down marker. It looks like they're going to be short. It's going to be a 4th down.
I didn't know what coach was going to do. I just seen the field goal team standing there, and I just seen coach, and then he was like, go for it, and I was ready.
This one was purely a mindset. You can't say that all week and then come out there and the first time you're in a situation like, you know, it's like the general saying charge and then you go the other way.
Knowing the down distance, knowing the situation, knowing what you got to get done, I think we all understood you just need 1 yard. And so your football intelligence kick in.
You don't want to get in the first situation where, you know, you're 4th and 1 and then you kind of back down to the challenge there. So we just continued it, and I think our guys responded.
Snap, Harris rolling, right side, throws, caught at the 10, Benjamin out of bounds, and a first down.
That's part of our brand. I mean, if you ask me what our brand is, I would say start fast, play fast, and have fun. I mean, that's the kind of attitude that we want to have.
Shotgun snap is good. Harris looks, throws underneath, caught by James, and he will drive into the end zone for a touchdown.
James, touchdown, Miami.
Just getting that first touchdown, breaking the water, silencing the crowd, you know, that's what we wanted to do.
Miami could not start this game in better fashion. Hurricanes score in the opening drive. Miami 7, North Carolina nothing.
I just think our guys, no matter what, they had, you know, the mindset that they were going to come out and play the way we're capable of playing early in that game.
At the 5 to the 10. He's in the 15-yard line, picks his way across the 20. He's explosive. Ball is loose. He's hit, the ball is loose. There's a scramble for it. Now Golden's right in the middle of that pile, and it looks like the University of Miami has come away with it.
Nathan Golston is the man who caught the ball in midair.
Coach Golden, he definitely gets excited when he sees the training come to the game because as a coach, he's also a teacher. So when, I guess, we're athletes, we're his students. So when he has us out there on the field and he's teaching us different aspects of the game, when he actually sees the students perform them, then it's very exciting. So he's definitely very excited to see that.
There's Al Golden right in the mix. There he is right here. Look at him.
Certainly, I think we celebrate through, you know, our players and our players' actions. And I think that was a situation where we had been preaching that.
All throughout this last week, he was like, we need an X-play on special teams. We need one, whether it was a return or whether it was a turnover or something.
What made that all the more special was here's a guy, Nate Golston, who's on scout team 3 weeks ago, and has given such great effort that we put him out there 2 weeks in a row in 2 big games, 2 road environments, and he goes ahead and catches the ball in the air.
He's a walk-on, so him even playing is remarkable. So him getting a fumble, I'm really happy for him.
Some other guys have been in the game at the spot. I guess he wasn't quite seeing what he wanted, so he gave me my opportunity, and he said, hey, make the most of it when you get out there.
You need guys with that kind of character, that kind of makeup, that kind of work ethic in your program.
And the Hurricanes will have the ball deep in Carolina territory. Benjamin is the motion man, and it's going to be a play fake and firing down the middle for a touchdown. What a beautiful strike. Harris to Tommy Streeter, and Miami has jumped all over Carolina.
The way they approached the defense to take the running game out of it opened up some passing lanes for us, and Ja'Cory clearly was in rhythm.
Being that we prepared this whole week and we've been, you know, busting our tails to get things done, you know, I just knew that the execution was going to be there.
Fake the handoff, blitz, Harris firing, end zone for Benjamin, got him at the 5, Travis Benjamin, corner of the end zone, touchdown! And it's the 3rd touchdown pass of the afternoon for Ja'Cory Harris. A magnificent first half offensive display by the University of Miami. Hurricanes take a 27-10 lead to the locker room.
You know, as the coach, it's coming. You know, home teams just don't go away, especially if they're 5-1 and they're a good football club like North Carolina was. So you know when it's coming, and you just keep coaching.
Last week on 4th and 1, Miami allowed a touchdown. They're going to dig in right here.
We didn't give up any points in the 3rd quarter, and I think that was the best we executed probably all year. And I kept telling the players that on the sideline that you know, I felt like the reason they were getting off the field is because they were really executing a defense and doing their job, and there wasn't a play here or there where somebody cost us.
He did not get it. Miami held him.
We were obviously pleased with the progress there, and like I said, I think that stretch there, about 25 plays, we really played the best we did all season.
You're gonna have
have to do is probably 3 to 4 times. You're going to have to stop them probably 3 to 4 times, including the 2 minutes and including the last play. You guys got me?
That's why we don't scoreboard watch. You know, he keeps all the guys keyed in. You know, he's going over certain situations. You never know what'll happen, and he's preparing us for those situations on the sideline.
Having done this now, for a while and called about 70 games, you know what happens. You know what kind of game it is, and it just happened to be one of those games where their defense got hot in the second half, and I could just kind of see, where it was going, and I knew there was chances are we were going to have to keep going back out there and stop them.
4th down and 4. Renner, 3-step drop, looks left, slant for Jones, incomplete. Mike Williams had the coverage right on his hip.
Mike really squeezed the slant well, and again, I don't know if he would have done that 4 or 5 weeks ago. I think it's a great example of understanding the down and distance and applying your football intelligence.
Young players sometimes have a tendency to relax and don't realize how many more opportunities and how many times the game could change in situations.
Renner looking, throwing right side, man wide open, caught for a touchdown.
It was a learning experience for us that now we saw the other side of it. Another team having a slow start and then them trying to mount the comeback on us. I was sort of thinking as the game was going on that this is how the other teams must feel when we start to make a comeback.
And we have 46 seconds to go, so now we got to face an onside kick.
I kept believing. I said, we finna get the ball, we're gonna take a knee. They ain't got no timeouts, game over. But unfortunately, these things happen in football.
Here we go, onside kick, squid, right by Ray. Armstrong, ball's loose, Carolina got it. Carolina got it, and it's not over yet.
I was nervous the whole time they're on the field. Just wanted our defense to make that one play.
Steps up in the pocket, swings it out. Bernard is wide open, makes the catch at the 35 and steps out of bounds at the 30. And Carolina can win it. And this would be devastating.
It's like the difference between a link and a chain. And it takes many links to make a chain. And I think there's great examples in this game where when the whole defense is on the same page, it forms a really strong chain.
We've been prepared all through that moment. Coach D, he was telling us the whole way on the sideline that, this game is not over. You might have to go out there and stop him 3-4 more times. So, he was ready for that situation, and when we got it, we was prepared and we prevailed.
Renner looking to throw, looking. He is hit and drops. He's sacked. Back at the 38. Sean Spence brings him down.
We're looking for somebody to step up. In this case, we chose to bring more than 4. Again, to make sure we had an opportunity to win the game because the 4-man rush wasn't getting there, and obviously. The best guy I could call in that situation was probably 31.
Sean's a big-time player. When I saw Sean get the free release around the back, I just knew it was a sack.
Looking, he is hit and drops, he's sacked.
Coach Golden and Coach Fizz always hop on us when we do 2 minutes that we can't give up a sack, we can't have a negative play. And once Sean got that sack, I knew game was over. I said, that's a negative play, game over. They got no timeouts, no shot.
17 seconds, 16 seconds, 15 seconds.
The sack in that 2-minute situation was huge. Coach D did a great job of calling a great pressure to beat the protection. And it was easy for me just to go make the play. I couldn't have did it if he didn't make that call.
That was one thing I brought up to them after the game. I said, it went down the way I told you it would, pretty much. That's why 10 minutes left I started talking about defending a final play because I wanted to make sure we understood it and, that the game could turn into that opportunity, and, it did.
The way we finished was something we not done before. It goes back when I said Coach D was talking to us, preparing us for those situations. He had a feeling he was going to do a flea flicker and try to keep pitching it back, and he talked about how he was going to have 3 guys deep. We was going to kind of be the guys that keep roaming to make sure it doesn't pop. We did a great job of executing and getting off the field and getting out of there with a win.
The clock runs out, and Miami wins it.
It was nice to see us, finally make a play to end the game.
After the final whistle, I ran up to Sean because he made that big play for us, and we really needed that from Sean. And I was just happy for him, and we put that game away.
The fact that those guys ran up to me in the game just displayed all the passion that could go to wanting to play with as a team and as a unity. They were looking for one of us to make a big play, and we made it. And we celebrated together, and that's how things should be done.
To see the guys not only finishing the game, but then to have that kind of emotion after the game that means they're really investing in it. We needed them to finish the game, and they did. So I think them celebrating as a team is kind of emblematic of what we were trying to get done in the game.
Coach Golden has given us many things. Our foundation, smarter, tougher, discipline, better condition.
he's a leader. Like, we're all 100% behind Coach Golden, and we don't question what he's doing. We just follow the program, and we believe in that if we do what he says, we're going to win.
Coach Golden has given us trust. He trusts in each and every individual on the team to do their job, and therefore with him trusting us, it gives us that freedom and opportunity to go out there and just play our game.
The way you reinvested, it's not easy to do. It's not easy to do, and I thank you for doing it. I know the coaches did. You needed every ounce of it here today. Every ounce of it here today. That's hard. Okay, again, we told you they were a good team. Were they a good team? Yes, sir. They're a good team. Hey, it wasn't easy at the end, but you fought in there. Nobody panicked. Great job coming up with a play at the end. That's all it takes.
You got guys, you know, making plays like Tommy Screeder. You might say a breakout year or whatnot, but Tommy been that good. It just had to be somebody to put the confidence in him. And I think Coach Golden did that with all the kids. He put the confidence in him, he put the trust in him. So I think he just showed us the love he has for us. And, you know, we return the favors by winning or, you know, executing something he want to get done. He gets excited when you see a guy run down on kickoff and get a fumble in the red zone and turnover. So that's like returning the love to him and to the staff.
It's tough after a game because I'm usually so emotionally spent that I'm just kind of walking. I know sometimes people say hello, but I'm like, it's like I don't see individuals, I just see a group. And then all of a sudden, I go by Nate.
He spotted me and he got excited, I guess, you know, thinking about the play earlier, pointed at me and he realized that was my family.
His grandparents looked just like him. And then I saw his mom.
So he came up and he just asked me, he said, hey, are you all proud of this guy here? You know, he's been doing a lot of great things for us.
I don't know what made me stop other than what a great contribution that kid's making to our team and the fabric of our program. End of story.
I don't have to that one, you know I have.
We're the ones should be thanking you guys.
Thank you.
Great.
Do your job was a season-long mantra of head coach Al Golden, and never was it more true than when the Hurricanes took on Georgia Tech.
You know, obviously I thought the defensive staff, along with the players, really bought in, and you have to, in a short week, to be ready to defend their option. And of course, Georgia Tech was coming in smoking at that point. So really good job on the defensive side of the football, and we did enough on offense and certainly on special teams to win the game. And then really, you know, on offense, it got to the point where we had such a lead that we kind of just took the clock down in the fourth quarter rather than fooling around and giving them an opportunity to get back in the game. So it was a good win for us against a really good team. Our second, you know, victory over a top 25 team, you know, during the year, and you know, certainly we played a good schedule and played a lot of good defenses this year as well.
I thought the guys played really well that day, and you know, we worked on that in the summer, so we spent some time on it. We spent time on, you know, putting together the lineup and who was going to do what for us, so it wasn't a surprise the week we came there. And I think that was the first week we changed up the lineup and played Spence in the middle, and we inserted Perryman, which really got him started. So, you know, I think it was that was a really good win for us, and we did that without a lot of guys in the interior. We had quite a few guys injured at that point, and we played with a lot of young guys, but a lot of guys stepped up.
Georgia Tech's offense is very, it's tough. Watching film, you know, Georgia Tech offense, you know, it's pretty difficult. You know, it's a bit confusing.
The design of their offense is to make you, in many instances, chase ghost and not the real ball carrier.
You never really know who has the ball.
When you're going against a team such as Georgia Tech with the triple option offense, being that they're the best at it, I mean, it pretty much is kind of scary.
It's a time bomb offense. Everybody's got to be perfect on every play, and you just cancel plays.
There goes the smoke, and here come the Hurricanes.
We said first play of the game, expect pass, be ready for a pass.
On first down, Washington to throw.
Front seven did their job, back end did our job. Ended up making a big play.
Rolls the pocket right, down the middle, intercepted.
JoJo getting the interception was huge.
JoJo Nicholas.
Just to get off the field like after the first play, it was fun, you know. It wasn't tied or anything, so I mean, it was a good feeling. It gave the team a lot of juice, you know, a lot of energy and like a lot of momentum.
First down, Somebody lost their helmets.
As the game wore on, we were running the ball really well.
Washington, they've got him hemmed in and bring him down.
We played physical, we kept our intensity, we kept our energy, we kept our passion.
Here's a toss to Orwin Smith, hit by Telemac.
As the game wore on, I mean, we just kept doing our job.
There's 10 other guys that are doing something on every play that enables someone to ultimately make the tackle.
He's dragged down around the waist by Sean Spence.
If you have the dive, you have the dive. If you have the quarterback, you have the quarterback. If you have the pitch, you have the pitch.
Miami's done a good job preventing that pitch. Tight pocket, running right side, looking, and it brought down by Chickalo. A relentless freshman.
My job was to stay back, and he came out at me, and the quarterback started to run, and I was right there to make the play.
He's hit and brought down at the 24-yard line. And again, Miami tackling by population. Washington option, right side, keeps it his deck at the 32.
Every time he ran the ball, there was about 3 or 4 guys that would hit me.
Washington running the option down the right side, hit at the 20.
And I kept letting Marcus Robinson know, I'm coming. And, he just, like I say, he looped around, and that deep guy was open for me. It just allowed me to make plays.
Washington for Simpson, he's hit and brought down to lose a couple of yards. Oh, he's brought down. It's the big fella, Darius Smith. It's a loss of 6 yards.
There's a parent making a big hit on the quarterback.
He's going to run across the 25 to the 30. And it's hit hard from the side. The ball came free. The ball came free.
He got him really good, and the ball came loose.
Hurricanes football. Anthony Chickalo has the ball in his right hand and comes away with it for the University of Miami.
And that pretty much ended the game. Coach D brought us up, he was just looking, he was like, all right, we may have to go back out there. If we get this first down, then the game is over.
So happy they get the first down. Coach D is mostly the fiery juice guy who keeps it serious. You see him loosen up and celebrate. It was a great feeling.
That says us and me, that we pretty much we made him happy. We really went out there and did what he wanted us to do.
Being the defensive coordinator going against a team like that, clearly he did an exceptional job.
Mark D'Onofrio and his defense will get a gold star today as they shut down the Georgia Tech high-powered offense. And the Hurricanes have defeated Georgia Tech. Hurricanes 24, Georgia Tech 7.
This is a ranked team. This is an ACC game, so it was huge. It was a big win for us, So it was just great to savor it, it was like savoring the flavor, savoring the win.
It was good for our guys to execute exactly the way Coach D'Onofrio wanted it. I think they've learned a lot that you can stop anybody if you work together.
Al Golden said one of the reasons he came to Miami was to coach in games like Miami and Florida State. And during Florida State week, Coach Golden allowed the seniors to lead the way.
It was a type of game that was back and forth a little bit. And then we had a couple chances there at in the second half where we had 2 80-yard drives. And that was fun to see, the 2 80-yard drives that both resulted in touchdowns. And probably feel as if we could do some more and continue to play better.
You can't play at Florida State in Tallahassee in that magnitude of that type of game and have those types of mistakes and then lose. But again, give our seniors a lot of credit, give our leaders a lot of credit for scratching our way back into that game, and we get a great onside kick at the end, and just we don't come down with it. Otherwise, we have a chance to win that game. We're trying to get unity and responsibility and accountability at every level of the program, and to do that, it has to start with the seniors.
Coach Golden told us, wanted the seniors to make a video, basically of what our brand was and as the seniors saw it, how the team should play and what we felt was the right way to play Miami Hurricane football.
The seniors are running the meeting. The seniors are running the meeting, and offense, defense, and special teams, you do the film. You go back and you think about this year, how you played, and what we are capable of doing Saturday at 3:36, and you put the tape together. You do it today.
as it exists with the current team, I think the most important thing is to empower them, get them to take ownership, and really show us, what they want the team to look like and how competitive they want to be.
Empowering the team can eventually lead to the coaches not having to do much and seniors pretty much taking a big leadership role on this team. Down the line it will help the team with unity, overall help the team do better in games. So I'm just going through some special teams plays, some good ones throughout the year to kind of show to the team what our brand really is and how we're expected to play every game.
When you have guys who volunteer to come help and want to be closer to the guys, it creates plenty of unity. And it starts from up top, the seniors are at the top of the class, so it goes from top to bottom.
Us taking control of the team is good. It helps with the team unity especially, kind of like it's our team.
Whether you're Chris Ivory or Sean Spence, the reality of it is everybody has a role to execute. And there are no, big jobs. There's just little jobs done well, and everybody's got a little job. Everybody has to execute that on a daily basis. So whether you're Chris Ivory or Sean Spence, they're both equally important to the bottom line.
My 5 years here have been, great. I walked on, so it's really just a dream for me, and being able to even start as a long snapper for 4 years, never thought that would happen.
Our most talented players have got to be the toughest guys on the field tomorrow. It's got to be relentless. It's got to be relentless. Alignment, assignment, technique, execute, and be the tougher team. That's the way it's got to be. You guys understand? Yes, okay, now it's your meeting.
The Friday night meeting before the game went pretty well. All the seniors got up and some of us talked, and really just tried to motivate the team.
I'm gonna tell you this. One thing I know for certain, these seniors are gonna play their ass off, because this is the last time playing Florida State. The last time. We don't see Florida State no more on that field. We won't be in the orange and green with y'all after this.
The emotions right now, period, when time's winding down, it's pretty, it's unexplainable, because it's basically more of a sad moment knowing that your college football career is about to be over soon.
It really just hit me like this is my last time playing for Florida State. I remember the first time I played them, man. I feel like it was just around the corner. This is my last time. And it goes by fast, fella, man. Y'all got to cherish the moment. You got to leave it all on the field, play for the guy next to you. People will die to be in y'all shoes.
That's kind of been our theme the last couple of weeks now, is just trying to get them to enjoy today and enjoy the journey and cherish the time that they're here at the University of Miami and in Coral Gables and on this campus and with each other, because it goes by so quickly.
It definitely has been the best 4 or 5 years of my life. I don't regret nothing at all. If I could do it all over again, I'll come back. I'll choose Miami again. It's just a dream come true, man, just to play in this type of environment and be a Miami Hurricane and be part of y'all, man. I can say that for the rest of my life. I played at U with y'all, boy, man. And a lot of people can't say that.
Sean Spence is definitely one of our leaders, and when I see him get out there and talk, motivating the team, it gives me the chills too.
I was just trying to get across to the guys, that this is not going to last forever. You're not going to be in college forever. You're not going to be able to play big games like this against Florida State forever. Florida State rivalry is one of the best rivalries in college football.
The FSU game for us is the biggest game of the year.
All the emotions that is tied into it, it's a big deal.
I trust all you guys that we're going to fight to the death.
We really don't like them, they don't like us.
They'll remember it either way. They'll savor it more if they win.
FSU game always leaves memories in all our minds.
You're part of really what is the 1, 2, or 3 greatest college football rivalry there is.
Me and Sean always, get together, defense, defense, let's go, we got to go play, play physical and fast. We got to go out here and set the tone and, get our offense back the ball.
Let's go!
From about the end of training camp on, they really, kind of stepped out of their comfort zone and really have been demonstrative leaders for us and backed it up.
As leaders, you have to set the example, not just vocally, but, physically.
Manuel looks, throws, slant across the middle, caught at the Florida State 36. The ball might have come out.
Us as seniors, we do the best we can to get the guys going, so try to get across what we need to get done. It doesn't really mean too much if you don't transition onto the field.
Third and short, handoff Deontay Freeman. He has stood up, he'll lose a yard or two. Sean Spence makes his way through.
Clearly they we're doing a great job getting that message to everybody on the defense, because the defense played probably its best game of the year.
Backing up to throw under pressure. He's hit and fumbled the ball. It's loose at the 5-yard line.
What I'm most proud of is how we fought. You know, we got down early, I think 17-7 going into the half, and it was nothing but positive things coming out of that locker room.
1, 2, 3, let's get a stop. Offense, we scoring, baby.
Some good things that I saw in the game was our fight. We're down in the fourth quarter. We don't let them score any more points, and we come back from a 2-score deficit.
McConnell Regis, you know, fourth quarter in the game, and third down comes up, he bats down a pass.
Looking to throw, fires left, and it's knocked down by McConnell Regis.
Regis, I thought, played one of his best games. I think LaRon Bird did a tremendous job.
Left side caught by LaRon Bird at the 45-yard line. He's in a wrestling match, breaks a tackle.
That was very big, because you just saw the determination that LaRon had, that he wasn't going to let one person bring him down. It was a short catch, but it propelled us to get the first down.
Coach has been preaching all year, our fight, our will to get back in the game, and it's just a really good quality of our team that we don't never quit.
Here it is, James, right side, into the end zone for a touchdown. 23-19, with 1:27 to go.
I didn't see no quit in this team at all. We kept our head down, we kept pounding and kept pounding and kept pounding. Came up an onside kick away.
Here it is, he swings the right foot, takes a high bounce, it's in the air, and that's going to do it for the Seminoles and for the Hurricanes.
You're going to remember this team, you know, as led by the seniors, as a team that's going to be willing to fight through anything. I mean, I doubt if anyone has been through as much as this senior class has been through, you know, in this season alone.
I would say that the seniors really answered, you know, the call for us and gave us an opportunity to win the game. They really did, and it's just a shame we just came up a little bit short.
When I was walking on the field, I kind of glanced at the stadium, looking at all the fans, you know, our fans, their fans, just knowing that it's going to be my last time seeing this and being a part of this.
Basically just a heartbreaker. So, you know, you just take the memories with it. You know, it was a great battle. We gave everything we had, and we came out at fault. You know, that's the thing I was most proud of, that we played together as a team and we stayed together.
We go up there in year one, in a transition year, really trying to overcome as much adversity as any team could imagine, and come up 4 points, you know, shy in a really hostile environment. And that can only be a reflection of the unity and leadership that these seniors have really spearheaded, to be quite honest.
Coach Golden, he's empowering a lot on us, you know, not just for football, but for off the field as well. You know, being grateful, being thankful, giving back, showing appreciation, you know, and I think it's going to help us in the long run.
You're going to be leaders even after you leave this school, even when you go on to the next life, you know. That's basically what it is that he's preparing us for. I mean, not many people see it. You know, even some of the seniors don't see why he's always saying, well, leaders, you have to step up, leaders, you have to do this. Well, it's basically saying he's trying to get you to know that you're going to have to be able to lead your own life.
That's really at the fabric of what we're trying to do. And I think that football is a great opportunity to teach that, because I really believe that winning begets winning. And if you can win in the community and you can win in the classroom, you can certainly win on the field of competition.
Here's what I want to say first, okay? I want to say thank you to the seniors, okay, for showing us how to do this, for showing us how to just keep fighting. I mean that, seniors. And we did, guys. We fought back. We really did. So I want to thank the seniors for that.
If you can lead 60 players or 60 people in a group, going out in life and leading your own life and being a leader somewhere else, I mean, it should be second nature to you. And being able to do that in these last 2 games that we have left is going to be a great thing, and it's something that we're really going to enjoy.
The seniors only have a few more games left at Miami, so you know, we kind of want to go out on top, win these last 2 or 3 games that we have.
Understand what we need to get back to win these last 2 games, right? Got a big one this week at South Florida, right? Got a big one. You guys know how the coaches feel. Okay, we need leaders right now.
They deserve, you know, the success. You know, I really believe that they've worked hard and they've been through a lot, and I really believe that they deserve to have success, and hopefully they'll just stay focused and enjoy it, enjoy the journey, and enjoy what they've, you know, the time that they have left here.
Right here, break us down, somebody, let's go.
The game didn't go our way. You know, we didn't get the W, but we have two games left, hopefully 3. You know, if we win out, and you know, I'm going to be the same guy every day. You know, I'm going to continue to try to lead, continue to do my job, continue to encourage others, until we get this thing turned around.
We can't keep beating ourselves, man. We keep preaching the same thing. We play hard, but we beat ourselves on special team, offense, defense. We beat ourselves. Let's get a break, man.
Down to,
Let's just
man.
learn from it, man.
That's it. Let's get better.
Together on 3. 1, 2, 3. Together.
The Hurricanes concluded the 2011 regular season against Boston College with a salute to the seniors.
That class came in with a lot of expectation and a lot of hope 4 years ago, and I wanted to make sure that they understood from where I was coming from that I appreciate that, I respect that, and really there was nothing that I could assign them that they didn't already want to achieve themselves, and I just wanted to go about it a different way, and they chose to respect that, they chose to embrace that, and in so doing, hopefully ushered in a new era of how we're gonna play and how we're gonna practice and how we're gonna prepare and how we want to be defined.
When we arrived at the stadium, for some reason I really wasn't as nervous as I usually am, you know, because I realized this is my last game. Hurricane walk. And that's always fun. You being a senior and it's your last time, you know, you have to kind of stroll a little bit slower. First got here, parents dropped me off right there on the curb, pulled in, loaded all my stuff up in the room. Open the towers right here. That seemed like yesterday too. My time at Miami has been a real big learning experience for me. It's just been one, you know, great adventure, you know, these past 5 years. I just remember feeling like man, you know, it's really here now. You know what I'm saying? It's the real thing, you know? It's it was like probably like the first time I really felt like I was on my own, you know? It was just the start of something big for me. You come to college, you know, you're 17, 18, you're a young man. You know, it's surprising to, you know, think about it when you leave, you know, you're pretty much, you know, grown for the most part. You know, you've just grown so much and matured so much that, you know, that's amazing.
Senior day for me was very, very emotional, you know, leading up to it because you realize, you know, you're hours away from it being all over. I think the most emotional time for me was running out on the field for the last time, going through the smoke. Running out to my family. I mean, you know, it gave me a sense of joy and comfort.
It was a little emotional, you know what I'm saying, running out the smoke, you know, for my, you know, my final time.
There goes the smoke, and here come the Hurricanes for the final time this year.
With anything, you know, you always want to be that person that produces, you know, and I think in football, especially when, you know, with the players, you take pride in not being the weak link.
Harris has it, gives it away to Lamar Miller. Miller with a stutter step across the 25-30. Here we go!
I pulled and I turned and I look and I don't see anybody there. And then I see, you know, the safety come down, which is, you know, strange for me because I'm not used to blocking up on safeties. I know Lamar is somewhere. Next thing you know, you see him break down the sideline, you know, for a touchdown.
Lamar Miller to midfield, Miller at the 30, he's at the 20, he's at the 10, 5, Lamar Miller will go all the way!
That was just fun, you know what I'm saying? It's like being an offensive lineman, that's just what you play for, you know? Just seeing your back just open free. You know, my family's not here. I've kind of had to rely on the support from my team, you know, my coaches as mentors. With how it is at UM, it's like the bonds you make, you know, they're like the bonds you had with your family, you know? It's amazing, man. I feel like over the few years I've been here, over 4 or 5 years I've been here, it's like I've just got a whole new bunch of brothers, you know? Like it feels like that to me, you know? Wherever I'm feeling down or whatever, or I need anything, they're there to pick me up, you know? Keep me on going. You know, I give them a lot of credit for me being able to persevere through a lot of things, you know, because they just been there.
You gotta persevere through all that things, you know, no matter how they go, how hard it may seem, you know, you gotta persevere through it and overcome it. It's definitely not easy being a Miami Hurricane. It's definitely worth it though. Just to be a part of the tradition, you know, be a part of the brotherhood, you know, be around, you know, genuine people, just being in the community. We get a lot of love and support, you know, from the, you know, Miami fans. So, I mean, it's definitely worth it, you know, being a part of a legacy, you know, and you go to the same university that some of the greatest players in, you know, football period, you know, has walked these halls.
You know, Coach Golden's been telling us, you know, just basically the whole season, he's just been telling us to enjoy the journey, you know? Enjoy the journey, enjoy the battle. And I don't think until the journey's almost over that it really starts to sink in that, you know, it'll be done for, it's done with.
24-14, Boston College leading the Hurricanes. And Miami has not had anything offensively since the first quarter.
It was unreal a little bit, you know what I'm saying? One of the things, you know, you don't want to accept, you know. But truth of the matter is, you know, we lost and it hurt. But like I said, you know, some things that I have to look back and I'm proud of, you know. I just got to move on. I've had a lot of good times, a lot of good fun with a lot of my, you know, my teammates, and you know, good thing about it, I have no regrets, you know, no regrets.
And with 11 seconds to go, all Boston College has to do is take a knee, and this long and winding season will come to an end. 25 seniors will end what has been a roller coaster career.
I took a chance to look around the stadium and just look at, you know, all the orange and green. You know, I'd never be in this position again. Playing with these same type of guys, being able to be coached by these same type of guys. I just soaked it all in.
At the end of the game, you know, you realize that this is done for, you know, no more time. You know, all your younger buddies are still here. You know, they hugging you, saying they're gonna miss you. It finally all just kicks in. I don't think anybody can prepare for it. You know, you feel like it's, you know, you don't think about that, you know, throughout your college career until it's there, you know, and then it's like, wow, you know, this is really to an end. But I still got some teammates here, you know, that's gonna do big things, and I can't wait to see what they're gonna do. One thing that's kind of hard for me to accept is that, you know, I really, you know, I want to be here, you know, to see the guys develop next year, you know, and do good things next year. You know, like sometimes I think, and I'll just be like, you know, I wish I had one more year, you know. You know, I remember it was a time when I was going through it, I was a freshman, and things were hard, and I was like, I can't wait till this be over. And I wish I just had one more year, you know, commit myself to this again. Part of the whole process is that one day it'll come to an end. And I guess that's why Coach Golden always says, you know, enjoy the process, enjoy the journey, you know, and appreciate the time you have, because it comes to an end. If anything, I'm just thankful, you know, just real thankful that I had the opportunity to be here.
The seniors are lingering on the field for the final time as their career at the University of Miami will come to an end. But the Hurricanes announced earlier today that they have signed Al Golden to a 4-year contract extension.
The fact that Coach Golden is staying here is, I mean, it speaks volume about his character.
It really wasn't a surprise to me, you know, because he said it himself, man, I'm not going anywhere. I love this program too much.
I've never discussed anything but being here with them. They know that the team understands that. I've said it to them a million times that I love it here. I said, please don't listen to what anybody's saying on the outside.
He's able to sit there and, you know, stand there rather and, you know, take these blows but keep moving forward. You know, life hits him hard, but he keeps moving forward. You know, and I mean, his 11 months here, has been challenging.
Just the core values, the coach speaks about, you know what I'm saying? Building partnerships with people, really making a commitment to this thing, you know what I'm saying, to their college careers and to each other. I feel like that's where it all starts.
When that trickles down from the head coach, to the coordinators, to the position coaches, to the players, it only creates success, for the entire program.
Under 1 year, I could say one of the greatest coaches I've ever been around. I mean, with him at this program, the program is, only way it can go right now is up.
At the end of the day, you can really find the true direction of your program in the hearts and minds of your players. How do they feel? And what are they saying? All of the seniors had so many positive things to say about our approach and the way we interact with student athletes, and obviously the goals and values that we've established here at the University of Miami. And I can truly say that the coaches feel equally same about the leadership and responsibility and maturity that the seniors have shown.
He's going to do everything he can for this program. He loves everyone in this, in the program, and he's going to make sure he expresses that.
Now, from the bottom of my heart, all right, to the seniors, I'm telling you, they may have gotten this game. They may have gotten this. Okay, you guys are flat out winners. Seniors, you guys are flat out winners. You had everything in the world thrown at you this year, and you just kept working. You guys are flat out winners. You are forever Miami Hurricanes, and I just want to tell you that I love you. I know the coaches feel the same way. I know your teammates feel the same way. You guys understand?
Yes, sir.
Okay? Yes, sir.
After Coach Golden finished talking right before we prayed, I asked him, could I speak?
It's been rough, a rough year for us. It's tough to go out this way, but the thing I always loved about this team since day one is the way we fight together, from start to finish. And I appreciate y'all for that, man.
That's something that's really going to stick with me, just because I was able to, say I enjoyed my last game, even with the loss. I loved the competition, I loved the way the team fought and just kept going no matter what.
And you underclassmen, that's all you got to take from this. Ray, I pass it to you. VT, I pass it to you. McGee, I pass it to you. Handle the defense. Handle the second gear. Run the whole team.
I challenge them, step up and, take my place, be that vocal leader, be that guy who's going to go out every day and be the same guy and lay it on the line and enjoy every moment of it.
He believes that we're capable, to be leaders. So I think that's what he was just saying, to not sit back, don't wait, like take a hold of it, and embrace it and just move the program forward.
It's a tough deal to go out there and just try to play it alone. So it just really taught us all to try to stay together and making sure that, we got to push one another.
Have that brotherly love, man. If you do that, I'm telling you, it will make the game easy on the field. Play together and stay together, man. I just want to say I love y'all, man, and y'all played y'all hearts out. That's all I can ask for. Even without the W, man, y'all fought, and I appreciate y'all for that. And I still love you, man. Thank you.
These seniors have left a foundation of just pure leadership. Leadership at its finest, having a new coaching staff, come in, and just them, accepting them, like Coach Golden said.
Welcome the new staff and a new way of doing things, and certainly had adversity along the way, but never flinched and continued to move forward and endured a lot of adversity and a lot of challenges, and even in the games themselves, never laid down, never quit, and always fought back.
They really installed that golden way, how he just says stay the same guy, be the same guy every day. You really have seen that day in and day out.
They pretty much set the standard for, how it's supposed to be done. And there's no slack off from there. So even this class of juniors is, our responsibility to, take over, what they started.
The senior foundation is showing how to be a leader and showing how to not let adversity, make you, make the definition of who you are.
I feel like that was a success here, you know what I'm saying? We were all, getting, punched along the season. We were just reacting, counter-punching the things. We still managed to make some good memories in our last year, and I think with how the program will change in a more positive direction, I think we'll finally see that, as seniors. We'll have that comfort as, we were the beginning of the change for all that.
Man, proud of you. Good luck to you.
The Hurricanes concluded the 2011 regular season, the first under head coach Al Golden, at 6-6. Miami bypassed the bowl game for this year, and now they're getting a head start on the 2012 season. The goal is to become bigger, stronger, and tougher.
Make sure, all right, you understand where we're at right now as a program. This team here, the 2012 team, needs to get stronger.
A lot of teams right now, practicing, we're in the weight room getting bigger and stronger.
Everybody knows that in order to get better, we have to get better in the weight room. So everybody is taking that as a challenge. We wasn't strong in some games in the fourth quarter. We fought back, but we feel like some teams just outworked us as a whole, as a team. And we feel like we was better than that.
I don't think it's ever going to be a year that me personally as a strength coach, and also I know Coach Golden, will anybody be satisfied with where you're at that point? I mean, the day that you are, I mean, the day that you're, I think, regressing.
As a whole team, I feel like we're getting better right now. The whole team is buying into it. I can see, like, in the weight room, how guys attack workouts, and just like Coach Golden said, he wants you to be the same guy every day, and that's something I see right now. Guys like Brandon Linder, Shane McDermott, every day I see them with a smile on their face going into workouts. We just ready to start another season and start a new beginning.
At this time, it's really my time. The coaches have to go out on the road. They have to go out and recruit. This is a time that, the coaches are depending on me to get the guys back to them as big and as strong as they can. So right now, it's in my hands.
The workouts are pretty much, I give like a bench press or squat, which is like the main thing. We're at like 5 sets to 10. Front squat. Oh, man. It's all mental, because around that 4th, 5th set, you pretty much tired, your arms worn out, it's all mental.
It's out the squats, you might walk out, your legs hurt and can't walk straight, can't walk up the stairs and stuff like that.
And then the weights, you pretty much go by like your maxes or whatever, so I know the weights is heavy.
Swayze don't hold nothing back, and Swayze is a guy of his words. If he tell you you gonna hurt after the workout, you gonna hurt. After Tuesday workout, I told him, this Kate, he's like, don't try me, man. The next day I had to tell him, Swayze, that workout was tough.
And they ask me that sometimes. They be like, Coach, how you know that? Like, how you know that our legs gonna be burning like this and our glutes gonna be burning like this?
Coach Swayze does our workout in the morning. I have been here early in the morning enough to see him do a workout. And he lift heavier weights than we do.
I go through the same workout that the players do, and the reason I do that is because I want to connect with them.
I think Coach Swayze is our age when it comes to working out. Very athletic. He says he want to do everything we can do.
I want to be in the trenches with the guys. I don't want to be a coach that just sit back and talk about, what you got to do and bark orders. I want to be involved. I want to be in the middle of it all. I want to practice what I preach. Sometimes you can sympathize with someone from an outside perspective, but I don't sympathize is trying to understand how they feel. But when you empathize with them, I think you in depth. You in the trenches with them, and I think once they hear that I say, don't tell me about it's tough. Don't tell me what you can't do, because I'm way older than y'all and I'm going through this.
He feels like if he can do the workout, we can do it 10 times better. So that right there just pushes us. We can't let nobody who's older than us do a workout that's presented for us. He cannot do it better than us, so we feel like that's a challenge.
I think that's been the best part of it all, and I hear that for years and years. The guys be like, man, if Coach doing it, we got to be here to do it, man. We got to do it, and it challenged me, but it keeps me able to push them and gives them no excuses, and I think that's the bottom line. We at a point where we can't have, there ain't no excuses, ain't no time for excuses, so we got to go in and go to work.
Just after the workout, our whole body just felt numb, and we couldn't walk and straight. So Coach Golden asked a couple of guys, like, what y'all was doing down there? And we told him, like, we did the workout that we was presented with. He was like, oh, it hurt it like that? And he was like, yeah, Coach. He was like, oh, we getting better then. Just things like that, and Swayze just pushing us every day and just telling us things are gonna be all right. We gotta take one step at a time. I mean, that's just the motivation he gives us in the weight room.
Yeah, buddy. Ain't nothing but a peanut.
I know how I'm feeling, and then when I hear them feeling good and knowing that, it makes me feel great because I know it's working and I know it's happening.
I think these workouts right now just helping us get stronger and just grow as a team and still have that team unity. Because I feel like the weight room is a place to work, but it's also a time and place to communicate with teammates. We talk about 2012 season, what we're going to do already. So I guess that's our motivation time right there. That's our game every day in the weight room.
Everybody make sure you come back with your goal weight and you go with it. Yeah, goal weight, you know your reps now. Come on. 10 on 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay.
And it's that kind of off-season hard work that Coach Golden knows will return the Hurricanes to glory.
At the end of the day, as a coach, you know, you have to learn, and the only teacher of that is experience. And so I think our team learned how to play with a little bit more energy, how to be in better condition, how to come back in games. You know, never to get down, never to splinter. So I think those are all real good characteristics. I think our work ethic off the field is better. I think our approach is better. I think our preparation and our football intelligence was markedly better. Certainly our discipline was better with the reduction in penalties. We played smarter at times, protecting the ball a lot better than we did a year ago. So all those are foundational things, and all those will carry forward because now the guys have experienced it and they, you know, can draw from it. And now we got to take the next step and win more games and chase an ACC title.
Go King.